Hi, I'm Brian. I'm here to do the Epson BrightLink 450 WI projector installation. Okay, so now we're going to get ready for our installation. We're going to go ahead and mount our bracket. And enable it to do that, we went to the Epson website and calculated our dimensions and came up with the measurements we're going to use at this application. Now that we've determined the center point and the height above the whiteboard, this is where we're going to have the projector bracket installed. So now we want to go ahead and put our template up and match the center line and double check our levels. And we could use the tape measure and make sure from the ceiling point that we're level. So now that we have our holes marked, we're going to go ahead and drill. Okay, so now we also want to go ahead and double check, as the old saying is, measure twice, cut once, is make sure everything looks good. And at the same time, we can go ahead and mark our holes inside the bracket, which represents the power application through the wall and the audio-video application that connects to the projector and down to our given spot on the floor here for our cable connections. Let's go ahead and cut out for the electrical box. All right, so remove the drywall, and now we have a nice free open spot up through the wall, clean for the electrician to put his outlet in. We want to make sure our bracket is level with our top bubble up there. Looks good. Just a little knock, there we go. And go ahead and just tighten these up. Okay, we're all set. Everything's nice and tight. Our levels are good. And now we're gonna go ahead to the next step by installing the actual bracket of the projector. So now, bracket is in place, electrical's finished. We have our hole cut for our AV, which we'll get to, our audio video. And now we're gonna go ahead and put the hinge bracket on. And there we go. So we'll run the USB, and now we'll run our VGA with audio one at a time because they're a little bulky, and they just come up through the center there. Now we also need to run the power through the same channel, and again, we just simply lift our bracket up, pop it right in, and we're good to go. So what I usually like to do is leave what I expect the extent of the bracket to be out and into the projector itself. And if you notice on this bracket, you get these exit points through the bracketry for your cables. Okay? So that'll go in there. And then we want to lock them down with the wrench provided in the kit, like so. So now we're going to go ahead and put our projector into the slide mounts, like so. So we want to just go ahead and thread them in finger tight. Now we're going to go ahead and connect our cables. And we can start with the power, simply following the direction of the angles into the power receptacle. And now we want to go ahead and put our VGA and audio in. So it's handy to put your audio cables in first, then VGA. Okay, and now the last connection is our USB, and we want to make sure that we put the USB B port in, which enables us to utilize the interactive pin on the A side into the laptop itself. So we insert our B, and we make sure our cables are nice and tucked, so then we could slide our finish cable portion cover like so. And we simply take our screwdriver and tighten up the screws. And then we have our side caps like this. Okay. All right, so we finished our covers, and we want to make sure we still slide a projector in and out just to where we can finish the proper location. And once we're done with that, we bolt it down and we're finished, and that's it. Okay, so now we have our connection from the projector down to a wall outlet with our two VGAs, our audio, and our USB-A and a USB-B for other applications out of the projector. So we're ready to go ahead and mount the whiteboard. Okay, so we're ready to mount the whiteboard, and we want to make sure that we took in consideration the border of the whiteboard for the projecting application, which helps our measurements. Okay, now we have the screen in place. We want to go ahead and calibrate the projector. And then we want to go ahead and tighten down our 4 bolts, and that'll help with the projector being level and secure. There we go. And snaps closed. Now we want to make sure we adjust our blue screen inside the borders of our whiteboard. Okay, that concludes the projector installation, and now we are ready for the calibration.